Hey, Virgo seekers, you're getting a rainbow for May. Yay. You deserve it. You do. Just lean back. Enjoy the beauty. I'm working with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck to see what Taurus season has in store for you guys. And into early Gemini season. But honestly, if you felt guided to watch this video at another time, this reading can be for you. These are general readings. And they will speak to all of you in different ways. And they will say different things to different people. Take what you need and be on your way. And stop crying your eye out. Because all of the stars are faded away. But try not to worry. You'll see them someday. Try not to worry. You'll see them someday. Maybe you're missing someone. Maybe they're missing you. Maybe it's like a journey to Ixtlan. It's one of Carlos Castaneda's books where he interviews Don Juan, a shaman in Mexico. Ixtlan is a place where Don Juan wants to go back to and visit, but he can't because even if he goes there, it's not the same as it was when he was a child. Everything has changed. There is no going back. You step in the river in the same exact spot, wearing the same exact thing, thinking the same exact thoughts. But the water that are flowing are forever different. They're not the waters that were there when you first stepped foot there. Everything is always renewed. You know, we talk about how the future has infinite possibilities. So does the past. The past has infinite possibilities. Even when you go back there, it's not really there. Even when you go back there, it's not really there. Anyone who walks the path of the shaman must read Don Juan's books by Carlos Castaneda. Well, you don't must anything, but the volume of knowledge and understanding that it gives you, I believe, is very important. And if you want to go through a shamanic journey with yours truly, check out Tarot Masterclass, where I don't just teach you about tarot. Of course, you'll become a tarotchi, professional tarotchi, whether you'd like to utilize it as a profession or not. You'll have it. In the age where soon AI is going to take over most professions, that is something, you know, spiritual guidance, the arts, well, certain forms of arts cannot be replaced. So in my Tarot Masterclass, you're also going through a profound spiritual journey, a shamanic journey. All the classes, 90 of them, all pre-recorded and ready, are already up on my golden ratio tier for channel members. It's a monthly subscription that you can cancel anytime, and as long as you're subscribed, you'll have access to all of them. I recommend watching them chronologically. I built them responsibly with intent behind the order of things, but you don't have to. You can use it as a library and you can jump from one class to the other. It's up to you how you choose to utilize it. Okay. King of Wands. Feels very warm and kind. There's a masculine energy here that is being the winds of change are whispering in their ear. They're sitting, but you see he's sitting, but he's ready to maybe get up and be on the go. That's just the King of Wands, how he is. But with the Fool right behind him, it's like this gentle breeze behind him is like encouraging him to get up and taking a wand, taking a backpack. He's still a king though, so he's not a beggar. A drifter with class. Kind of sounds like you, Virgo. Mutable Earth. A drifter with class. A monad nomad. Aye. Temperance, Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands. So, with the Temperance and the Ten of Swords, healing is required. Spiritual rest is called for. Even if you've put behind you the grief, the anger, the shame, whatever the case may be, the yearning, there are still residue that need to be transmuted by the soil, by fire, by the wind, by water, however you want to release, be it with actual one of these elements or, symbolically. And then you just need to sit and rest a little bit. Maybe actually sit, maybe meditate. Let your psyche kind of come to terms with the ending and send these signals to your subconscious to your conscious so that you don't repeat the behavior that you're used to enacting based on what it is that you're putting to rest. Because sometimes, forces of habits, we no longer carry within us the thing that makes us do that thing, but we still do that thing. It's like an auto. So that needs to also kind of be relieved. And then Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. It's this King of Wands wanting to be on the move. It's like, okay, maybe something didn't work out for you, or this could be either representing you or someone you're dealing with. So maybe something didn't work out for you, and finally that you're processing it and letting go of it, you want to be on the go. Okay. So what's on the go? Four of Wands. Union, connection, celebration, sense of camaraderie, community, possibly. Some of you are traveling to visit either family or home. Maybe that's the journey to Ixtlan that came through. Maybe you're going back somewhere familiar. And maybe it's not the same, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's fun. Or maybe it's somewhere completely new. A vacation, an adventure, a connection. And it's fun. Mostly with the Four of Wands, it works. It's grounded, it's stable, it has four legs rooted on the ground. There's purpose to it, there's positivity to it, and especially with, the Knight of Wands and Temperance, there's a lot of fun and joy and ease. It's calm movement. It's going to a party and being super chill about what time you leave, how much you drink, because you can just crash on the couch or something, or you live really a walking distance and there's nothing in the morning for you to worry about. You can just sleep in. So you just kind of really feel like you can just enjoy your time. The Emperor and Page of Cups. So this is especially following the King of Wands. So the King of Wands upgraded himself to the Emperor. He's now, he has a plan. He has a goal. He's no longer considering, thinking, wandering. And so the Emperor is making with the Page of Cups an offer, an invite, an expression of some sort. It's not something huge. It's not like a wedding proposal. Although Emperor and Four of Wands and Temperance could denote that. For some of you, you might actually be getting a proposal, but for the most part, it's like it starts responsibly, right? It starts with something small and then kind of taking it one step at a time. The Page of Cups is gentle, um, very open-hearted, very expressive, very sensitive, very honest, very poetic, even. So, this very mature, confident, responsible energy, the Emperor, is expressing himself in very sweet, poetic, gentle ways. Sounds like a recipe for a romantic comedy. Where's the comedy, though? I have not seen anything funny yet in this reading. Maybe the Knight of Wands. Let's just say a romantic story. A drama. I don't know. I just realized I didn't make myself tea or a glass of water or even just coffee for this reading. How very amateur of me. I forgive myself. I'm really digging this rainbow here. That's really cool. Thank you all of you for joining me, by the way. If you resonate, if you enjoy, if you're inspired, and you're new, be sure to subscribe. And thank you to all my channel members. You guys are awesome. Yeah. May your generosity return to you 1,000-fold. Come on, cards. You have nothing to say to Virgo. The Lovers. You'll be called upon making a decision this month. And it's going to be meaningful. It's not going to be like, where are we having dinner? No, it's going to be something that will affect your life and will establish the next chapter. Something is either coming together or coming apart. For some of you, both. One thing falls apart, another thing comes together. And it presents a question to you where you'll find yourself, in a way, needing to define yourself. Like, it's almost like the decision that you'll be making will be defining of your character, of your priorities, for some even of your values. So again, this is not something to be lighthearted about, but it's also it's also not something to be hesitant and fearful and lingering with. The Knight of Wands, the Fool, they're saying, yeah, okay, they're saying to be on the go. They're saying, to be proactive or at least reactive, and not lingering. The Temperance and the Ten of Swords, you had your rest in the beginning of this reading. Don't stretch it throughout the month. Know when to lay down, know when to get up. Okay? Just waiting for the cards to talk. You want me to force them to talk? What will they say if I force them? Torture makes people confess anything. If I'll push the cards, they'll just tell you everything you want to hear so that so they'll be done with you. Three of Swords. Yeah, there will be a separation of some sort that is required for the sake of a coming together. Which is natural, Can't be, well, most people can't be with two people at once. Or three people at once. Those days are gone in most places. And this choice will come with a sense of sacrifice. However, there is something bigger at hand here that seems to be making it worth it. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. She's not going to give you the answers. She's going to guide you to find your answers. She's going to ask you leading questions in order for you to get your answers. Teachers teach you about the doors, but they don't tell you which door to take. That has to come from you. Because you can't develop dependency on the High Priestess or on any teacher. Because a true teacher, a true guide, wants to empower you to be able to make the best decisions on your own. They're not trying to suck the life force out of you and make you their little slave. That means they're just, I don't know, a cult leader, a false prophet, someone on an ego trip. Queen of Swords and Eight of Swords. Some of you feel really entangled in overthinking, analysis paralysis. What is the right thing? You're trying to look for the perfect answer based on some sort of ideology, belief system. There is no such thing. There is no one equation, one glove fits all. You will have to put your mind aside for this one and feel. You'll have to put your mind aside for this one and just feel. And enjoy the process and the journey. Three of Cups. All this work that we do is so that we eliminate suffering and experience joy. So if you experience joy, experience joy. It means you've done good work. Not everything is escapism. And if you've known me if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I talk a lot about escapism. That I don't like the using or even abusing spiritual notions in order to escape from doing actual spiritual work. That's just spiritual bypassing. But if you refuse to enjoy life when you get a chance to, because it's not serious enough, not deep enough, you don't know anything about deepness. Deepness? Depth. Making up words since, well, I don't know. Mm. So I'm going to leave the Three of Cups on the table. Six of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. A trip down memory lane. Maybe you're like meeting with old friends and being nostalgic and bringing up funny stories from that time, having some good friends around, or maybe a good friend is coming back into your life to support, to just say hi, to remind you that you matter. And maybe they're encouraging you down memory lane for healing. That's also possible. And you're like, no, 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 that hurts too much. I can't relive it. I can't feel it. It's okay. Just like you're not going to push a broken ankle to heal, you're just going to let it rest until it's ready to be walked, or you'll walk a little bit, but then you're going to wait until you're ready to run. Same thing with your psyche. Can't push. because then more harm can be done. It's important to be gentle on yourself and gentle with others. Sometimes people need a push, yes, but if you push too far when the system is not prepared, it's okay if you're not ready to run yet. It's okay if you need to let it rest just a little longer, or just take like baby steps, or walk slow, go for a stroll. These are analogies. Unless you actually broke your leg, which I hope you didn't, but you know what I mean. And sometimes grief has to be processed before it gets let go of. In Judaism, there's a concept called Shiva. Shiva in Hebrew is 7, for 7 days, where if you lose someone, a loved one, you sit for 7 days, Shiva, in grief. And you're at home and people just come visit you, family, friends, they just come and bring you food and take care of you and clean the house for you just all day long. The door is open, unlocked, and people just come. That's the custom of a Shiva. Here in America, it's a little bit more like Americanized, meaning people give you the time slots when they're comfortable with people coming to help you grieve, or ask you to tell them in advance. But Israel, or people who like really sit a shiva properly, just the door is unlocked and come to help. And the purpose of this is that you don't escape the grief. You don't let yourself get busy. It has to be processed. If you try to heal too fast, if you try to go back to your day to day or job right away, it can really bruise the psyche. So I know it's not really in the culture here in the West where you're really pushed to immediately heal and immediately get up and immediately be okay and have a smile, but it's not healthy. These ancient wisdoms and traditions, they exist for a reason. Um, so give yourself this metaphoric Shiva, just let yourself be like, that's too much, too far, too fast. I need a little slower, please. Maybe half today and half tomorrow. Maybe a little bit now and a little bit next week, whatever. Um, all right. Whatever. It's okay. It doesn't make you a bad healed or a bad healer. Quite the contrary. You push yourself, you don't know much about healing. You push others, you don't know much about healing. Hmm? Just like when you take medicine, you take it measured. Take a measured dose once a day or whatever, or 3 times a day, whatever you're prescribed, but you're not going to take the whole thing at once because you know that can kill you. Okay. I'm going to continue this reading. I'm going to create a sequel, a Celtic Cross, where I'll dive deeper to the events and aspects of the reading that are more in a more tangible way for the next month. It's available for unlimited streaming, all the sequels on channel membership Shifter for $9.99 a month that you can cancel anytime. You get access to all the sequels. Or you can purchase it separately over on Patreon for $5.55. But then you'll get just that one. It's right here somewhere on the screen below in the description box. There's a link. I love you so much. Stay magic. Stay true. Stay free. I love you. Bye for now.